to say right off the bat is this is pre-recorded. So what you're watching now, I recorded yesterday. The reason I wanted to do that is I want to play to you about a couple of hours of last week's Daily Dose Day. I wanted to make this a couple of hours long just to make up for missing the tail end of Daily Dose Day and packing up and going to bed because my head was spinning and the room was spinning, in fact, too. Don't know if you guys saw it, but I did. So this is pre-recorded. In about an hour and 50 from now, so about 5 to 5 Eastern time, I'm going to run through all the winners of Daily Dose Days contests. I'll give you a couple of them now, and I'll take you through the picture quiz now. But I did want to say that all of this is pre-recorded, so we won't have the comments going on across the bottom like we normally do. But I will still be around in the chat. If you guys want to drop comments in, I'll still be responding to them. Also, I wanted to say this is going to be the last podcast for a while. I need to retire it just for a little bit, not just to recharge my batteries, but to be absolutely blunt with you, the software I used to run this was all going to be, all the podcasts were a practice, as I said all along, for Daily Dose Day. And the software I used to run it, frankly, costs $50 a month. I've spent that money up to now, and that's money now that I can spend on other things, like a gas bill. If you live in this country, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody in the UK is in the same boat, but I'm not going to get political on you. I'm going to show you the picture lyric quiz, and I'll take you through the answers that we had for our contest. So number 1 was meds. I did hear Life in the Psychotropics too, but the answer to that one is meds. Number 2, sunlight, moon. I kept saying all the way through when I do this, say what you see. So sunlight on the left, moon on the right. I actually gave you the answer to this one if you were watching just as I released the contest, but that person is walking in the sun. So that's number 3. Number 4 is a China doll. Number 5, that person's standing on a mountain. So stander on the mountain is the correct answer. Number 6, carry the water. Number 7, I did hear Jacob's ladder, but there's nothing there to signify Jacob. It's, in fact, the old playground. Number 8, caught a lot of people out. I heard another day. I heard special night. The answer is, if you think of that date in particular, 21st of December is the longest night. And that's the name of one of Bruce's songs, Longest Night. Number 9 is Country Doctor. Bit corny, but that was my thinking. Number 10 is Harbour Lights. Number 11, possibly the easiest one, everybody got it, Sunflower Cat. Number 12 is Barren Ground. Number 13, well, I hovered over this. The answer is Lost in the Snow. And a couple of people said non-secure connection. Could be a lost connection or a spotty connection, but there's nothing to say that it's not secure necessarily. So I'm sticking with my answer for that. It's Lost in the Snow. Number 14 is Fields of Grey. Number 15 is not Tango King. There's no tango. It's Crown of Jewels. Number 16 is Simple Prayer. Number 17 is TSA Man. I did like Defenders of the Flag, by the way, but that wasn't the answer. Number 18, Take Out the Trash. Number 19, Look Out Any Window. And number 20 is Valley Road. Now, nobody got all the answers right. 4 people got one wrong. So of those 4 people, I'm going to take you to my little high-tech machine, which sits right here. And those are the 4 people who got the right answer. It was Nick Lung, Justin Riley, Vic Alvis, and Chris Baycheck, that rhymes with paycheck. All got 19 out of 20. So this little random, well, it's called a wheel of names. It's going to spin the wheel like on all good TV shows, with a budget, and whoever it lands on with this little pointer here is going to be the winner of a test pressing of Flicted. So when the Flicted record comes out, Bruce's team are going to send a test pressing of Flicted to whoever this lands on. So I don't have a drum roll sound effect, do I? No, I don't. So I'm just going to spin the wheel. Here you go, guys. Let's see who won the test pressing of Flicted. What do I click? Oh, I just click this. Okay. So congrats to Nick Lung. Nicholas, to give him his Sunday name. Good on you, Nick. You've won a test press and Afflicted, and I will let Bruce's team know, and that will go out to you. Okay, guys. I'm going to give you a couple of hours of, call it a highlight reel, call it a blooper reel, of everything that went wrong and everything that went right with Daily Dose Day. Thank you so much, everybody who took part, everybody who contributed in any way, whether it was musically, whether it was in the chat, whether it was in a donation. I just appreciate everybody's time and everybody's energy throughout the day. So enjoy this next hour and 50 minutes or so. When that's finished, I'll come back and I'll announce all the winners of concert tickets. We've got signed records coming. We've got photos on a canvas, and that will come after this. So enjoy this, guys. I'll still be around in the chat. Speak to you soon. I can hear too much music. I don't know what's going on there. Well, it's stopped now. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? That was a good start. I don't know if that was as garbled as you heard. And now I can hear my own voice. Wow. Hey, Tom, it's good to hear from you. And thank you for helping me test this out. I'm going to put you down there. Can you all hear everything twice? Thanks, Tom, for letting me know. It's good sound and synced. It's just the problem I've got is I can hear it. What you can hear quietly, I can hear really loud in my ears a few seconds after I say it. So it's really off-putting. Thanks, Andy. It's never done this. Do you know, yesterday, this microphone was swinging to the right. It's never, ever done that before. And it just conspiring against me at the moment. I wonder if I need to switch. Yes, Andy, currently trouble at Bruce.com towers. I just want to say, although I can hear myself really loud and you guys can apparently hear me twice, I'll just took after the quiet version of myself, I guess, for now. You wouldn't know it, but we've planned this for the last several months or so. I've had it planned. I committed to it about a year ago, and I've talked about it for the last several months now, so I appreciate you joining us. Daily Dose Day will be 24 hours of music, of concert videos, of concert downloads. The first concert is up for download now. It's dailydoseday.com. So if you look at that, the first concert from Dallas in 2015 is now up. So that's ready to share with you. I suggest listening to that rather than me at the moment, if the audio is as off-putting for you as it is for me. We will get there. Do you like my flashy setup? I have got the different time zones. It is in fact 5 a.m. here in the UK, just past midnight Eastern. You're still back in April on the West Coast, I guess. But if you're joining us, thank you, wherever you might be. If you're watching at 5 a.m. in the UK, what's the matter with you? But no, seriously, thank you for joining us. Tom, get to bed. Maybe you've been out busy traveling again on your concerts, but it's good to know you're around, pal. here on the other side, we've got, that side there. I haven't figured out my pointing yet. Everything's mirror imaged. You can see we've got the first concert. It's telling you it's now up, as I've just said. And also I'm promoing at 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern time. Everything I talk about today is Eastern time. The Bruce Hornsby documentary I've been working on for months, and finished maybe a month ago. You'll get to see that finally, and see what I've been chuntering about. So that's the first concert. Now, if I... that's what I could hear the whole time. Hopefully you will not hear me. It's 22 years ago. Swearing. I'm going to have to switch. So this is a video from... I apologize, guys. That's what I can hear the whole time. Hopefully you will not hear me. I guess the only way is if I watch myself on my phone. Good grief. Oh, I'm losing my voice too. That's great. So this should be live on Facebook. Well, I don't hear an echo, so that's good. But I don't see myself on Facebook. That's bad. And I'll be back in the next 5 minutes or so. Okay. Thank you for joining us. Very sorry for the disruption. And I will be back, and I will make it up to you with lots of live music. As I've said, the first one, as it says up there, is I'm going to get it. Why is this so difficult? That is already up. The Dallas show. All right. Professional, like I said. I'm probably going to delete this first half an hour, man, and pretend it didn't happen. But for those of you who witnessed it, we'll keep it amongst ourselves. All right. Back soon. Got to sort the links out. Take care. How's it going, everybody? I do not... Anybody hear an echo? I can't hear an echo. Okay, great. Now it's working. Let's forget that first half hour never happened, everybody. That was a disaster. Now I've got too many cameras open. Close this one down a sec. Anybody who happened to be around for the first half an hour, that maybe I'll leave it up as a testament to what can go wrong on a live broadcast. So we've been doing these for 17 years now, guys. The first one was 2005, and we've raised over $30,000. So with the planning that went into this one, this is by far the biggest one I've done. And I was trying to think of a fitting way to open it, and I was puzzling over it, and then it kind of all fell into my lap in quite a profound way, actually, last week. So, like I say, I've been doing these since 2005. The first one that we did, and the first several that we did, actually, were for what was then called the Merlin Project, which is a multiple sclerosis care centre. There's an unusually high incidence of multiple sclerosis in Cornwall, where I grew up here in the UK. And every time we did one of these charity events, you guys donated so generously, and then the next one you donated even more, so generously, and you were always so impressed with the Murphys. So Dr. Derek Murphy and his wife Eileen Murphy, the Merlin Project was their vision for a multiple sclerosis centre. And every time we did one of these, they were so grateful and so personally thankful, and they would write to me, or I would speak on the phone to them, or to Dr. Murphy in particular, and they would always ask me to convey their thanks. And I know you guys appreciated it because you'd always say so, and that would encourage you to donate so generously to the next one we did. And so we always included the Merlin Project in our in our course for the first several of these that we did. So Dr. Murphy passed away last Sunday. He was 91. He had a good innings, as my dad would say, but he was just a fantastic guy. And I would like to do today in his memory. Man, it's the first half an hour of this, and I'm going to choke up. I'm not going to choke up. So Dr. Murphy, I had neck surgery in 2015, and although it's the other end of the country from where Dr. Murphy lived, he knew the surgeons. I think he worked up here for a while. He was able to put in a word for me and made sure I got the best care that I could. And all of this, and when I speak to him on the phone, was all off the back of your donations and your generosity and your commitment to seeing what was called the Merlin Project. It's now called the Merlin Center. It's been going for over 10 years now. So today will be in Dr. Murphy's memory. Also, of course, Melissa Reagan-Smith, who was Bruce's office manager and who passed away in 2010 from ALS, and that's why we do it for the ALS Association today. So, with all of that in mind, I am going to try and play the first video. I'm laughing as I say it because anything could happen after that first 30 minutes. Comments, whatever. I'll still be here and chatting back to you as we go. So, thanks, guys. Yeah, let's not start in the middle of the concert. Here we go.
Come on around, big rumble is coming down. Go down on the mountainside, over the hills and across the sky. Hey now, watch out, run. Big rumble is about to come. Go tell to the people that over the hills and everywhere. Cocked and ready, over here I stand. Anticipate the laying on of the hand. Yeah. Well, it might be frivolous, maybe profound, but it seems like deliverance going down. Over the hills and across the sky. Hey, now watch out, run. Big rumble is about to come. Go tell to the people that over the hills and everywhere. Over the hills and everywhere. Oh, the young girl screaming as a gym rat speaks. I might see someone walk on the shooting street. Well, big snake charmers and medicine men. Well, some light now you learn the lion's den. Hey, 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 hey. Well, hey, now, come on around. Big rumble is coming down. Go down on the mountainside, over the hills and across the sky. Hey, now, watch out, run. Big rumble is about to come. Go tell to the people there, over the hills and everywhere. Hey, well, the man with the ball has a savior too. Strange deception of the whole and true. The biggest and the baddest and the Moses too. Works for some, maybe me and you. Hey now, come on around. Big rumble is coming down. Go tell on the mountainside, over the hills and across the sky. Hey now, watch out, run. Big rumble is about to come. Go tell to the people there, over the hills and everywhere. Hey. Over the hills and everywhere. Everywhere. Mountainside, over the hills and across the sky. Hey now, watch out, run. Big rumble is about to come. Go tell to the people there, over the hills and everywhere. J.T. Thomas on the organ.
Time. That will not be the last time today I stuff that up. And for some reason all the clocks are giant as well, so I'm just gonna, you'll have to watch me work, I'm afraid. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Oh, you get the idea. The documentary's coming at 3 o'clock. If anyone was under the illusions that this is anything more than a subpar broadcast, then I'm happy to put you straight. Here we go. And I haven't checked the amount currently, but it's it was looking good a second ago. Wow, $1,773 so far. Thank you guys so much. Hey guys, I am having to do a little bit of thinking on my feet here because we have a YouTube problem, and given that 50% of our audience watch on YouTube and they're not able to see this, I don't think at the moment, I'm having to rejig things. So what's happened is YouTube have got excited, recognized that song, and stopped it streaming on YouTube. So we're only going live on Facebook at the moment. So I am going to jump into the next. Let me see what I can pull up. I think I'm going to put out the Bruce Does the Dead, which is an hour or so of Bruce playing Grateful Dead, as you can guess from the title. I may need to stop the stream. If I do, please bear with us. I'm glad these things are happening while most people are still in bed, but I do apologize. So you get to see all the behind the hood stuff here. It makes me look like the amateur I surely am. There we go. Okay, hopefully this will work. Again, if the stream stops, really sorry. It'll be back with us within 5 minutes, I would expect. It may be a different link. Just keep an eye on the Facebook page. And I'll update all the links again on dailydoseday.com and the rest of it. But thanks for joining us, and hope you're enjoying it. Pauses aside, and I will give you some Bruce Does the Dead.
For a couple of years, I played with a different band for a while. JV to start off the song.
we may have to do this without YouTube, guys. I hope not, but it's looking that way. YouTube are getting their pants in a knot that I'm playing. It recognizes, I've mentioned this before, it recognizes not just the music like a studio record, but it recognizes the harmony or consecutive notes being played, and realizes that I'm just looking at messages from them now, and recognizes the song, recognizes the copyright by extension, and thinks that I'm breaking the law, basically. Okay, we're back. Thank you for persisting with this nonsense. We've not done too badly, actually. I expected some hiccups. We got one right at the start. This one is, I feel like it's avoidable, but we are where we are with it. Like I say, I'm glad to get these out of the way, hopefully, early on. There we go. How are you? I'm 4 hours in. We raised over $1,800. We've been going 4 hours. I can't believe it. Thank you guys so much. We're well on the way. I don't like giving a target, but you have to give a target with these things, which anyway, it seems presumptuous to me, but we are well on the way. Thank you so much. I've been sent a care package yesterday of stuff to get me through today, and this is a shot. It's not an alcoholic shot. It's high fiber and live coaches and vitamins, and I don't know, I'm nervous looking. It doesn't taste of any. Ugh. Oh, yes it does. Ugh. Thank you though. I will finish that. You know who you are. Thank you for sending those. I do appreciate it, honestly. That was just a bit of a shock for the system. Straight into a Madison Square Garden concert in '88 from the guy. This is from the guy who sent it my way. Apologies for the picture quality, but it's not atrocious. It's not like something I'd have filmed. It's not that bad. All right, here we go, guys. Thank you. There we go. Hey guys, it's 10 o'clock our time, UK time, 5 a.m. So anybody in the east side of the States who's up now, Now you know how I felt 5 hours ago. And my voice is going already. I can't wait for hour 24. Because I'm going to sound like I've eaten Barry White. And I've heard back from our guy in Jakarta. So at 6 p.m. last night, your time, I told him which song we're going to do. And covering our 24-hour song project. That song is echolocation, because we like the idea of the sound effects on it. He doesn't know the song. He doesn't know Bruce. But I was sold on his confidence in getting this done. So he's had it now for 11 hours. And I need to get it to our vocalist, hopefully in the next few, because our deadline is... our deadline is 6 p.m. Eastern or 11 p.m. UK time. So we've got plenty of time to tour around with it yet, but he was very confident that he was going to get something done, and I have heard from him this morning after nudging him a couple of times. He has the song and he's got to work on it. So I like his confidence. He doesn't want to be named, so I'm not going to name him, but you didn't mind me saying he's based in Indonesia. He's based in Jakarta. I wonder if I can show you this. I'm going to try. Let him know then. Oh no. That mess is what I'm sitting in at the minute. That's my office for the day, with a conservatory in the background, and I'm not going to see. That's the only time I'm going to see the light of day today. The rest of it is this. So on the left is the camera I'm looking at. On the middle kind of monitor there is where I'm seeing your comments, and the right hand side is where I'm trying to do I'm trying to update the site as I go along. So if you can see me turning to the side, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually knocking out pages for the survey we've been running, which I haven't had a chance to do up until now. So I'm making use of the hour-and-a-half long concerts to try and build up those survey pages so that I can talk you through later. And I'm making a dent in it, so that's good. And then right at the bottom there, I've actually got another laptop right in front of me, which is where I'm doing most of this stuff. So it's a lot. It's very excessive, and pretty much sums up this house. That was an old graphic we used for a Daily Dose day from about 2007. Actually, yeah, it says top left, top right, 2007. And that was a particularly successful year. We were raising for the ALS Association then and the Merlin Centre. The little graphic at the bottom right, and I wanted to mention him at some point today, actually. The little graphic at the bottom right, you can't really clearly see it, but it's a little representation of a man who called himself the Grand Old Man, wanted to be anonymous. And for the entire day, he matched everybody's donations. So if somebody gave $50 to the ALS Association, then this Grand Old Man, as he called himself, matched it with $50 of his own. We raised $2,500 that day, and he donated $2,500. We lost him a few years ago. I don't know if he'd mind me telling you this, but it was David Day, who was a great member of our little community, and always rallied the troops and got people together for days like this, and in fact for concert meetups as well. He's missed. He passed away, I think, about 3 years ago now, and we miss him a lot. But he was a big part of these events that we do. So I just wanted to remember him at some point today. So if I can get this right, we'll have an hour and a half of music from Bruce. The songs I just talked you through, they're going to be annotated with this little bar that's flashing up here, and it will tell you who's singing and what and when and why. Okay, so talk to you an hour and a half. Thank you again so much for joining us. We've had quite a number of people watching through the day. We seem to be holding on with YouTube. 7 o'clock, so by the time I speak to you next, it'll be past 8:30, and people will be rising on the East Coast, and we can start talking about contests and so on. And I'll hopefully have this survey done too. Thanks guys for joining us. I will talk to you soon.
Two. Close your eyes and slip away to the dream of your fancy. Gonna close your eyes and float downstream. Oh, to where the marsh grass dances. Take you down where the air is thick. I'd like to make you shake and shiver. Make you see there will be no tricks. There'll be no tricks tonight. There'll be some tricks tonight. We could go down to the harbor lights, way out on the sand or the shore. Let me take you down to the docks at night. Whatever you do, I'll do more. Baby, I'll do more. Some miles and waste them away. Hey, let your mind flow freely. But it takes some time, then forget about time. You may find a little feeling. I can see you shining in sweat. But I'd like to make you shake and shiver. Could feel the air so wet. We can feel it all tonight. We can feel it all tonight. We could go down to the harbor lights, way out on the sand, on the shore. Gonna let me take you down to the docks at night. Wherever you want, I want. I tell you, I want more. Yeah, yeah. probably seen. Why not come on again? Why not come and see it again? We could go down to the harbor lights, lay out all else sand on the shore. Let me take you down to the dark side night. Wherever you want, I won't go. Yeah. Well, come on down to my boat, baby. Hey, come on down where we can play. Hey, come on down to my boat, baby. Hey, come on down and sail away. Hey.
Here we go, take 2. Take about 14 of the day, I think, but here we go. Thank you.
Stylish hair, good fortune, and everyone's smiles followed her everywhere. Had a taste for the good life, had some stars in her eyes. Thought she would have it all once her name was in lights. Oh, and a hey, hey, little Miss Jane, a sunny day turned a hard rain. Trading in your evening gown for a jumpsuit of pain. Beauty queen and the wallflower feel the same in the darkest hour. All watch as the crown of jewels falls from the old guard tower. She walked down the runway, a crown of jewels she wore. Applause and lights, but at the end of the night, she was the first out the door. Drove all night at high speed, arrived in the early daylight. A flash of a knife, a nice evening dress couldn't change a man's mind. And a hey, hey, little Miss Jane, sunny day turned a hard rain. Trading in your evening gown for a jumpsuit of pain. Beauty queen and the wallflower feel the same in their darkest hour. All watch as the crown of jewels falls from the old guard tower.
hey, hey, little Miss Jane, sunny day, turn a heart of rain. Trading in your evening gown for a jumpsuit of pain. Beauty queen and the wallflower feel the same in their darkest hour. All watch as the crown of jewels falls from the old guard tower. And a hey, hey, little Miss Jane, sunny day, turn a heart of rain. Trading in your evening gown for a jumpsuit of pain. Beauty queen and your wallflower feel the same in the darkest hour. All watch as the crown of jewels falls from the old guard, falls from the old guard, falls from the old guard tower. Yeah, yeah, falls from the old guard tower. Hey, Jane, let me hear it.
We have one more track that we are working on at the minute. Our guy in Jakarta is currently recording, keeping everything crossed, currently recording echolocation for us so that he can get it to me and I can get it out to Louise.
South County, over where the paper mill runs. Living a man, a young country doctor with a perfect wife and sons. Well, he worked his days and Sundays he'd pray, and nobody knew why the wife slowly withered away. I saw a country doctor, asked him what was wrong with me. I was caught unaware, accidental and devil may care. And behind the curtain I see two shadows in front of me. Well, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. I guess it was another woman with the kids and the money was a lot to lose. He said she had a rare affliction, was doing no. so sorry, and then I thought once he was a fine man. Now I don't remember when I did. I saw a country doctor, asked him what was wrong with me. I was caught unaware, accidental and devil may care. Behind the curtain I see two shadows in front of me. Oh, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. I saw a country doctor in a place where it didn't see me, way out in the middle of the night, where he thought no one could see. But there in the parlor room, making eyes at the roaming free, someone soon must know the trouble I've seen. Did you think about the young ones? One day they'll know it was you. If they let you off for one day, who then will you turn to? And my wife remembers one thing. She said, I remember kind of strangely. At a friend's wedding one time, it was a look that he gave me. Thank you.
Oh. No, you don't. I'm not getting another copyright hit. Let me put my face back, whether you like it or not. There's so much going on, guys. There is so much going on. You might have caught my reaction on the camera up there somewhere, but we've met our goal. We're not halfway through, and we've raised $2,500, and the West Coast aren't even up yet. Thank you so much. I can't begin to thank you enough for that. But as Elise says, we're going to surpass that now. We've got 14 hours to go. 8 o'clock in the morning if you're on the left coast. I told you I'd be a mess. Well, it is the left coast. That's not technically wrong, is it? The West Coast are getting up. So thank you for joining us. If you are just joining us, there's you'll see we've actually right on the button raised $2,500. I don't want to increase that goal because I think that's awfully presumptuous, and it's another word I can't think of by now, but well, rude will do. But thank you guys so much for contributing to that. But we are not stopping there, as Elise says. We're going to push this just as far as we can. But there's the donate button. I can't wait to show you. This is the bit where you might want to either clear off or you might want to have some input. We're going to mangle one of Bruce's songs. I've been looking forward to this. So our guy in Jakarta has been learning all about Bruce, learning about his music, and he has come up with his own version of non-secure, oh my word, of echolocation. So I'm going to share my screen with you. This is his version of echolocation. He's blown my mind because he's transcribed a live version on YouTube. So I've sent that to Louise to say, are you okay with this? So a MIDI file is a MIDI file, okay, just to manage your expectations. They don't sound flawless, anything, far from it, but it's a means of recording different instruments. Go ahead and play what this guy's done for us, okay? So we're not looking for perfection here. We're just looking for a holy moly, that's a huge donation. Thank you so much. I'm afraid I've got so many things open I can't see who that was, but that's $250 to our cause, and I will thank you properly and personally once I can. Took the wind out of me there a bit. Thank you very much. Like now. So that's what we've got. So people are either going to be huge for this, or they're going to switch off in droves and never come back. As it goes, this is the highest number we've had of people watching all day, so that's encouraging. So we can change what he's done. Unbelievably, he's taken. So I'll read these if you can't see them. The classical acoustic guitar, which I'm guessing is Bruce's dulcimer. We have what we can do with it. Cohen's saying, let's look for the flute in it. Let's look for a flute with it later on. What will it replace, though? I'm in no good position at all to start playing my own music on top of what this guy's done. But I guess the flute could. We could put the piano in instead of the dulcimer. See what that sounds like. Let me turn it down a second. Let me do something more obvious. Let me change the dulcimer to a piano or a rock guitar or something. I'll change this to a piano. And I need to change that organ as well because I don't like it. Piano. So you should hear a change in a second. Switch that organ off altogether. I don't like it. But we switch the dulcimer for a piano now. Let's try the drums again. Try something else. I'm guessing, right? We've got more people watching this than we've had at any point during the day. So you must be entertained, or you're pointing and laughing at us, one or the other, or both. So let's replace the accordion with a flute. Carwin's Say So, and see how that looks. Here's an accordion piece here. So let's try it. But let's replace it with a flute, as he suggested. How's that? I guess that's a flute. Like I said, it's never going to be perfect. Was that the one I had a minute ago? Maybe not. Let me try it. Here we go, Chuck. Flute solo. Just on its own. Now I'm nervous. Louise has done her bit. She sent it to me. Oh boy.
Take flight, my private exodus. Train human echolocation. Set my sights in orientation.
Can you hear that?
And I know right where we are. We're gonna follow the sounds in the stars.
So she'll have sung this in...
Take flight, my private exodus.
She'll have sung what Bruce sang on the YouTube. So I'm going to slide that into... Man, it's coming together. And we've got an hour and a bit left to do. So I need her voice to be in time with the synthesized vocals that we want to get rid of. So let me try this.
Private exodus. When I walk these hills and I won't look back.
That's in time, isn't it?
Well, I walk these hills, I swear I won't look back.
She's done good. I'm just lining her voice up. I'm just going by these graphics. I'm lining her voice up with the synthesized bit that goes up and down. I'm sure this is how real musicians term it. Drag it all down. Let's have a look. I'll mess around with the volumes as I'm going too.
When I walk these hills and I won't look back. took my car from me. Got a DUI on Monday. Well, I walk these hills, I won't look back.
What do you think, guys? And it looks like we're probably going to make the 24 hours. So long as we got something that I think we can, or we think we can call finished in the next half hour, then I think we're good. I think we're very good. Why have I lost everything? Where's all my fancy graphics? What happened? Oh, nope. Most of the day I seem to be inspiring some housework among some of you, so good job, guys, with your cleaning and laundry. I seem to punctuate Chris's laundry sessions with these things. Oh, here we go. We made it. Thank you for sticking with me again. So I guess that tells you the first question that we had lined up for you. The movie, by the way, is coming in 25 minutes. So the Bruce Hornsby documentary that I worked and then reworked and then reworked and then reworked is coming at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I've watched about 10 minutes of Seinfeld in my life. MASH and Breaking Bad is the correct answer. Well, it's mine anyway. Watch Breaking Bad or watch Better Call Saul now. Best TV I've ever seen from me. Jeff says, think Big Swing Face is one of the best in terms of how it translates live. Some good ones on there. Yeah, absolutely. And I said, as I was listening to it, said the same for Non-Secure Connection. That you just know, you can hear Meds was one song that you just know when you listen to it. It's going to be, they're going to beat the hell out of it when they play it live. So we're at 8 o'clock. I'm going to play you something I worked on for so long, I don't even care to admit it, but a very long time. But I will leave you now for the next hour and 40 to watch a potted history of Bruce Hornsby, if you like. Well, from birth up to this year. So enjoy this, guys. I'm here to chat with you on the chat if you want to give feedback as you're going along, if you've got any questions, and I will speak to you soon. November 1954. Ellis Island, the main immigration port in New York Harbor, closed its doors for the last time. The first ever Godzilla movie premiered in Tokyo, selling 9.6 million tickets as the fire-breathing behemoth terrorized Japan, it says here. Ann Hodges from Sylacauga, Alabama had a meteorite named after her, after part of it hit her, crashing through a roof and bouncing off her console radio. That really happened. She was okay, and remains the only documented case of an object from outer space hitting a person. Also in that month, in Williamsburg, Virginia, Robert and Lois Hornsby welcomed into the world little Bruce Randall Hornsby on November 23rd, 1954. Back with me, guys. I do get a kick out of the last thing you hear on that entire documentary is someone asking for Aiko Aiko. It just made me laugh anyway. Back to me, I'm afraid. Where am I? Yeah, that was a big piece of work, which is fitting since I'm often called a big piece of work. But yes, there's a lot of... Maybe I'll dig out my notes, actually. Most of this book, if I turn to any page in it, it's got something about some work I've done for today, or some work on the documentary, or some work on the survey. But labor of love is the right phrase because I love to do it. So it's if it helps further the cause for today, which is what all of this is about, then I would encourage you to make a donation if you've enjoyed what you're listening to, or if you enjoy what you're watching, my visage aside, then please consider making a donation. We are up to, I'm going to hit refresh and see just how much is in the coffers of the ALS Association. Guys, we're up to $3,300. So I'll let you into a secret. I didn't know whether I was going to do this day. About a year ago, I was kind of weighing it up. I thought, okay, well, I haven't done one of these for 4 years, so we'll put a modest goal up of $1,000, which I say modest, but that's a tidy sum to go to the ALS Association. And then we reached that before we actually went live. I think we reached that about 3 weeks ago because I started putting the word out and people started donating. So that spurred me on to kind of like the opposite of a vicious circle. If people start donating, that kicks my rear end to donate some more, to work some more. So it's been, I called it Simon versus the Drugs Day because I'm on some pretty wacky meds at the minute. And just because a couple of people have asked, yes, they are mine, and I fell off a ladder, and I am okay. It's not quite the injury you'd expect from falling off a ladder. I'll spare you the gory details, but my foot isn't in very good shape at the moment. Elise, I've probably babbled on since you sent that message, so I forget what it's in relation to, but maths, plural. Oh, that's right, yes, maths, plural. Is indeed hard when you've been sat in one place since midnight your time on the East Coast. Here's Melissa's story, and you can, I mean, the picture says it all, doesn't it? And we talk, and I've quoted this from Melissa several times in the past. This was something she sent me in an email to say never to forget to enjoy each day. Even if your life isn't exactly what you want it to be, the blessings are always there, though sometimes we have to look a little harder. And Melissa sent that to me after her diagnosis. Right below that is something Melissa sent me before my first trip out to the States. So 99, that would have been. So 23 years ago, Melissa sent that to me. And I don't remember if I think I might have said, where are some good places to visit? And she sent me back, I couldn't put it all in the picture, but she sent me back magazines and maps and things that she had annotated with places of interest. So Country Road was where the Valley Road was written about, and here's Chesapeake Bay, which is on the cover of The Way It Is. So just the most carefully annotated maps and local guides and everything, and she'd earmarked particular restaurants which she enjoyed. So that was Melissa all over, and so many of you guys knew her already, of course. There's something about research breakthroughs as well. So some, since even in the last 4 years, since we last did our last fundraiser, they've made real progress into curing ALS and treating ALS to make it what they term a livable disease. So so much of that is covered here. So that's a more of a positive article. And I also had. I've been speaking a lot with the local chapter, which helped Melissa, about where the money goes, because I really think this is the least we owe you guys when you're generous enough to make a donation or to consider a donation is to talk about where that money goes. I think that's fair enough for any charity to account for how it's spent, or even to help encourage people to make a donations. Guys, when you read where the money goes and you just think about how we take things for granted, so $10, if you've been generous enough to donate $10 today, that helps provide a special cup to help people swallow properly, to swallow that. If they're drinking water, it helps them to make it easier for them. It helps them grip the cup properly. $10 could also buy an attachment that you can fit onto a zipper to help them get dressed independently. It's the kind of stuff we take for granted. $15 pays for a bath sponge. I've linked to an example of each of the things I'm talking about here. So something that, it's a flexible stick. It helps people to bathe themselves without needing intervention until they need that intervention. $25 buys a smart plug so that people can have plugs on a timer, so that they don't have to press a button. It can switch itself off after a certain time. $25 buys a boogie board or an LCD writer, which lets someone communicate electronically. So there's an example of one. For $25, you can help write. If you don't have the power of your voice, perhaps you can help write on this board, and you've got an infinite supply of paper, if you like, in that electronic device. So if you're considering making a donation, if anybody had $25 to spare, that would enable someone to extend the time that they're able to communicate with their family. For instance, $40 buys a voice amplifier. $45 buys a walking cane with a wide base so you don't fall over. $50 provides in-home care for a couple of hours. Imagine what that can do. $70 for a bed rail so that you can help get in and out of bed. $100 to pay for medical equipment. So, how much money this costs to live with this. So it's helping people fund that kind of thing. $200 covers a portable commode. $250 again round trip transportation with a wheelchair. $500. I'm not suggesting anybody buys or donates $500, by the way, but your donations combined could pay for someone to have a chair so they can sit down in the shower, or $1,000 to purchase a voice bank system. Now that's an ingenious device that records. And again, just think about what I'm saying here. You can record your voice before you lose it. You can record different phrases, so you're helping people again extend that the time that they're able to communicate with their family. Or $2,000, which again we've raised nearly 3.5 today. $2,000 covers an eye tracking device, which if you can imagine working a mouse, you're not using your hand to move a pointer, you're using your eyes, when that's one of the last muscles you can move in your body. To be perfectly blunt about it, you can use that to move a pointer around so that you can communicate. So the way I've put that down the bottom is just imagining if we were able to raise enough between us to fund a device that enables someone to do that and continue to interact with their loved ones. So most of that has come from a chart from the AS Association, or some of it has. So they've shared that. All of that is available there for you. I apologize for talking about something that's difficult to talk about and difficult to think about, but it's very real to a lot of people, and it's harsh, but it's it's their day-to-day reality. So your donations today, I'm being as honest and straightforward as I know how with you. Your donations today make a big difference to somebody, and it's enough to help fund a device like that for somebody, for instance. So when I say I appreciate it, that's what I mean. When I say I appreciate it, it's enough to make an immeasurable difference to somebody. So thank you guys so much.
Strong pull. I want the fascist moves for the worshipful. Shoulder moves from side to side. Hey, go over your head and dodge your right, dodge your right. Yeah, well, every night about 4:10 around the middle of June, in summer's end, people would gather from miles around to see the mighty rainbow knock down. Saying that the rainbow's Cadillac. Well, the fancy shirts and shorts up there. Hey, call them all colors and the Joseph in the Bible he had. Yeah, they about 4:10 around the middle of June to the summer's end. People look down from miles around to see the mighty rainbow down and down. We only see top and pick up, down, going down at the proper time. Well, every night about 4:10, from the middle of June to the summer's end. People will gather from miles around to see the mighty rainbow knock them down. Hey, knock, well, knock them down. Hey, knock them down. Every night about 4:10, from the middle of June to the summer's end. Down on the basketball court, he had fancy shirts and a paisley shorts. Well, the people in the stands looked on with awe, could not believe just what they saw. When a rainbow did go down, they'd sing. When he would go to the top of the backboard, they say amen. Go in the paint and throw down. He would go know whoever's in the paint he would mow down. Hey, all the girls in the short skirts. Hey, all the colored cheerleaders. Well, all the pom-pom girls. All the everyone said. Hey, like a religious experience. Hey, they would throw down like a church. Hey, they would leave no one in the lurch. Hey, it was just like a Baptist church. At church on the court. Hey, Thank you very much. To be here.
Oh, that's you're not going to catch me out. How silly do I feel? I've had that show. I don't know how long, and I don't think I've ever played it. I don't remember. I would have remembered that version of Rainbow's Cadillac, and I don't recall ever hearing it before. So I guess you heard that for the first time along with me.
Open up, hysteria, fever at a fever pitch. Fever streets, walk, don't walk. Crowded sky of ventilators, antennas out under the moving sky, moving sky. Open up, hysteria, fever at a fever pitch.
Back with me again. How you doing? It's coming up for midnight here in the UK. I feel like I've been sat here since 5 a.m. because I need to get up and stretch in a minute. But yes, I absolutely agree with you. Amazing work by everybody. The 8th track has been added, which was our 24-hour cover, 24-hour song project. That is also in the books. That's been done and it's up, ready for download. Okay, I'm going to play you another, first of all, before we go any further, while I'm picking out a video for you. I played this earlier on too. It's about a 4-minute video from the ALS Association. It's hard hitting, and it's very stark and candid, as it should be. So if you would rather not watch it, then now's a good time to make yourself a coffee or something. But it's about 4 minutes long, but I'm not shying away from playing it because the ALS Association have pinged it our way. and it's a very real look at a very real disease which we are trying to see the back of. So I'll be back in 4 minutes, guys.
I was diagnosed in May of 2014 with ALS. I was 33 years old. It changed the total trajectory of my life.
It's a truly dreadful disease. It stops your muscles. Soon you can no longer speak and you can't move. And then you can't breathe.
It slowly robs you of everything, but it doesn't rob us of the joy to live.
It's a wretched disease. It's horrible.
It's changed everything about how we think about the world and think about our lives together.
What our chapter does primarily is offer services to people living with ALS and their families.
Living with ALS is extremely costly. The equipment needed to live every day with ALS is very expensive.
It's a costly disease, and the ALS Association helps us.
We provide high-tech communication devices to give them voice. We supply power wheelchairs. The list goes on, and as I said, all these services are free of charge.
I think what folks don't realize is that there's a certain amount of monies and time that go to research, but a lot of those monies go to hands-on support. In this chapter, it's 600 persons with ALS that we support.
This ALS chapter is grateful for the support it receives from corporate sponsors through walks, dinners, and special events.
The Washington, D.C. area is so fortunate to be able to count on the tireless efforts of the dedicated volunteers, scientists, and staff who work every day to improve the lives of those with ALS and their families.
Now is our chance to do something good. Let's keep searching for a cure for ALS. My dream is that one day no more husbands or wives will have to watch their loved one die of this horrific disease. That no more children have to sit by and watch ALS rob their parent of their life.
We believe that it is our responsibility to strive to make a difference whenever we can. Now is that time.
Your support, the people with ALS have hope for really the first time.
It may seem like a huge battle to find a cure for ALS, but when we do, what a massive victory it will be. Thank you.
Just to run through the day then, almost 2,000 of you have stopped by, and thank you, Elisa, and thank you all of you for tuning in today. So I feel like we've covered all of our business that we were going to cover. I'd already said the contests will stay open for until tomorrow at least, but get your answers in or get your entries in, and at some point tomorrow, hopefully, I'll get everything out to you. So I'm going to update the concerts. I'll let you know who the winners are, is what I was trying to say. Some point, if not tomorrow, then Tuesday or sometime through the week. Thank you, Andy, and thank you for an amazing day. How do you say that? Kevgret? I don't know what that means. I apologize. And you're very welcome. Thank you I think you've been here for most of the day. So thank you guys for donating. I can't see the total because the machine's still booting up. So I've got a feeling that the machine crashed just before I did. But I'll get that finished. Oh, here it comes. It's back up now. It's getting there. We're currently on $3,681, guys, which says it's 147% of the goal. That's amazing in itself. But the original goal, I felt awkward for changing it, but the original goal was $1,000, so we've more than tripled, nearly quadrupled that. So yeah, I was saying almost 2,000 people have been around today. You've grabbed 535 different songs or different files, including the tribute record. So we're very proud of that. Through the day, we've put a movie out. We've put a cover project out, the 7th one. We've done a 24-hour song project, and I appreciate your generosity, and I appreciate the people who've stuck around today. I do feel bad leaving you to it for the last 3 hours, but I hope I've given you enough in the last not just day, but the weeks gone by with podcasts and whatever, that I can purchase a little bit of goodwill, and it seems like I have from your messages. So thank you very much for your kindness and your generosity. If you've enjoyed the day, please consider a donation to the ALS Association. We've talked all day about why and the good that they do. So I can go to them tomorrow and tell them that we've raised at least $3,681. So that's amazing. So thank you. Can't wait to see what figure I wake up to in the morning. But have a think about matched donations as well, or check with your employer whether that's something they do. If you check in with their HR department, just to see whether it's something. It doesn't matter when you donated. It could have been today. Maybe that you might consider it in the future. But if they match your donation, that's something that we can add to our total. And it looks as though we might have some exciting news to be able to add to the figure I just quoted you as well. So if you do take advantage of that, or if your employer is able to help, and they're as generous as you are, then please let me know, because it would be nice to be able to update that running total as we go. So maybe that we can add to it, and of course benefit the ALS Association further. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to put up the remaining 4 concerts I think we had to go. I'll tell you which ones they are. There's one from Spotsylvania, Virginia, October 2002, which Bobby Hornsby talked about for, I think he emailed me like the day of or after and said, this one's amazing. Get yourself a taping of it, because this was a fantastic show. RS was sitting in that day. It's a short set, but it's a great one. I think it's a soundboard. It is a soundboard copy too. We've also got Madison Square Garden, 1988, opening for the Grateful Dead. That may have been the first time. No, it wasn't the first time, but Madison Square Garden of 88. We've got Lafayette in New York of last year. I nearly put that up for download a few weeks ago on Bruce.com, and I thought I'll hold that back and give it to you today. I think that's all of them. So I'm going to put those up for you now, whichever ones are left. Everybody who's donated and left your email address, I will get back to you and thank you personally. So thank you for that. All of a sudden, the numbers are going up of people who are viewing. So I don't know whether the words got out that we're calling it a day a little early. But apologies, guys. I've got to look after my own health as well. So, and one other thing. So as I'm looking through the donations, I can see like the back end of it. So if you've said you're anonymous, I can see some names, so I'll be able to reach out to you by email if that's okay. But I can see that some people who've told Just Giving website that you're anonymous, the little scrolling bar that you can see across the top of the screen there is direct from Just Giving. So someone makes a donation, it pops up there, and I can see that at least 2 people who have told Just Giving you're anonymous, I can see your names up there on the screen. So I hope that hasn't embarrassed anybody, and I apologize if it has. But once again, we're going to call it a day there. Thank you so much for joining and keeping me company through the day, and your wonderful generosity. It's why we do this. It's for the ALS Association, and it's because I know, as I opened the day by saying that you are good peoples, and it's reflected in, I think, that running total that we've got. So thank you again so much. Give me 10 minutes and I'll put the remainder of those shows up, and just have a look at dailydoseday.com. I'd say before 9:30 Eastern, and they'll all be up hopefully a lot quicker than that. Okay. Thank you, guys. I will talk to you soon. I'm bowing out, and I will be fast asleep in 10 seconds flat, I would guess. Thank you again, Chris. I will get some rest right now. Sean, if you just joined us, the home stretch is gone. I'm done for the day. I need to look after myself a little bit. So we are finishing. And thank you again, all of you, for your generosity, for your donations, for giving prizes, for contests. It's all appreciated. And I will talk to you all again soon. Welcome back, guys. I'm a little bit more awake than I was in that clip you just watched at the end of it, at least. I think with about 6 hours to go, somebody messaged me and said, "Are you all right? You're slurring your words." And probably I was. Just needed to look after myself a little bit there. So hope you enjoyed that. Again, thank you so much, everybody who donated and everybody who contributed in any way to Daily Dose Day. There's our website. Donations are still open. If anybody feels kind enough to make a donation, that button is still there. I've put another 5 concerts up, guys, just to say thank you. And because I missed that last couple of hours, I felt a little bit like I cheated you a little bit. So there's another 5 concerts up for download for everybody to grab. They're there now, so you can pick them up at any time. They'll be there for the foreseeable future. But if we look at this link, guys, the donate button, you'll see just how much we've raised, and that's just insane. We've almost doubled the amount of money that I thought was a hugely ambitious target. So I was trying to raise $2,500. That's the amount I spoke to the ALS Association about. You guys have contributed $4,602 and counting at the moment. So once again, thank you so much. And this is the part where I give a bit back. So now I'm going to figure out how to get my face back, because I know you all want to see that. And concert winners, so contests all through the day. We've just seen earlier on, Nick Lung won the test pressing Afflicted. So congrats to him for that. All of this, I'm going to put the results on dailydoseday.com as well. So everybody who's won a prize, you're just about to find out, but I'll post it on Facebook and I'll post it on bruce.com and dailydoseday.com also. One thing I do want to say, if you missed the start, this is the last podcast we're going to do for some time. It's an expensive business to run this. The software itself costs $50 a month, so I need to put that money elsewhere. But it was a good means of practicing. I really, for Daily Dose Day, I've so enjoyed you guys and your company and your contributions and your ideas over the last January 1st. We started out doing these. But Bruce.com is still alive and kicking. There'll still be plenty going on in there and in the Facebook community as well. Not least with a new record coming out in the next 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks, in fact. So we'll have plenty about the new record when as we learn more about it and as it comes out, and plenty of discussion on that too. So our concert winners, we had several prizes up for grabs. We had a crossword where you were completing lyrics, and then you got a password which you emailed to me. So many of you did that. So we had 2 tickets to a Bruce Hornsby concert to give away for the crossword puzzle. And if your name is John Blumenkamp, congratulations, you've won 2 tickets to a Bruce Hornsby concert. So I'm going to give your name to Bruce's management, and they will come to you, and you can choose your concert. In fact, let me know. I guess the tour date's out. I don't know if there's going to be any more added, but if there's any immediately that jump to mind, let me know and I'll let them know. But I'll give them your name at least. So congrats to John for winning 2 concert tickets. We had the lyric word quiz, which was you had to guess which of the 2 words was most popular on a Bruce Hornsby concert. Was it a concert? No, I'm not counting the words in a concert. All of his records. So was it word A or word B? And we did that twice. We did that for a signed copy of Absolute Zero. And if your name is Alicia Ames, you have won a copy of Absolute Zero signed by Bruce Hornsby. And also a copy of Non-Secure Connection is going out to a winner of our second contest, which ran a couple of hours later. So Alicia got the most answers right in the first one, the most answers right in the second one. Andy Novositis, good job, pal. You've won a signed copy of Non-Secure Connection, and that'll be on its way out to you. Philadelphia Folk Festival, Jim Felton, you've got a couple of passes to that, so congrats, well done to you. Thanks for your entry, Jim. Photography, you guys are terrific with your photography, I have to tell you. And now I need to figure out if I can get the winning photo up in this window. That's it. I thought it was unusual. It's old. It's also high resolution, which is helpful for a canvas, which Chris Baychek wins. So well done, Chris. He took the photo, and I will make sure that a canvas copy of that goes out to you. So well done to you for that. What else have we got? Bruce, I'm stalling because my battery's low on my laptop. Bruce Hornsby concert photo on a canvas has been won by Craig Miller. So well done, Craig, to you for that. I'll be in touch. And what else have we got? That's all of them for now. I feel like it isn't. If there's more, I'll announce them on Facebook and on dailydoseday.com and bruce.com as well. I think that might be all of them though. So well done to all our winners. Thanks everybody for all your entries. There were so many of them. I said I wouldn't commit to a day, and then I come to find out when I read back, I actually said I was going to give you the winners on Wednesday, so apologies for that. A few days late, but there's been a lot of entries. I've also been asleep a lot, but thank you so much. I'm not sure when we'll have another Daily Dose Day, because at this point I feel like I've given you most of my music in daily doses and in concerts as well, but we'll see what's coming next. Please stay tuned to Facebook. Please stay tuned to bruce.com. dailydoseday.com, as I say, has got 29 concerts up, as I say, for download for you now. So they'll be up for a good long while yet, so feel free to grab them. Bruce.com will have lots of updates for you on the record when it comes out. And if you feel like making a donation, dailydoseday.com and bruce.com have got links to the Just Giving page. Thank you guys again so much for your contributions for raising over $4,500 for the ALS Association. That means a huge amount to me. The charity does. Your donations do. It's all because of you that this is a big success. So thank you so much. If you haven't checked out the Daughter Forever video, that's on YouTube. It's staying on YouTube. It's passed all the copyright checks. So we'll have plenty more to go. I've been asked for some of those concerts that I shared on the day to put them on YouTube. I will do so. I'll do that hopefully tonight. So by the time you see this, they'll be up. There was the one from Villa Montalvo in particular, I think people liked. So I will put that out there. It's kind of in the public domain anyway, but I didn't see it on YouTube, so I'll put it up on there. Thank you once again. Thanks for the last several months of your help and your support with this podcast. If I can resurrect it even in an audio form in the near future, I will find a way to do that, because I've enjoyed doing it. I've enjoyed the weekly kind of regulars that we have, and all of your contributions have been immense. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, please, the rest of your weekend. Feel free to visit dailydoseday.com at all times. Once again, we're gratefully taking donations on behalf of the ALS Association.